What do you guys want to accomplish, Malik?
What we are accomplishing, and we've already done a great deal to that end, is bringing the next generation of leadership to the center stage. So we represent here young college students, young activists, the best and brightest in Black America will be here Saturday and have already established themselves as leaders in their communities in preparation for this march.
So they're coming up to Harlem, and they're going to hear speeches, right?
Well, they're going to speak, and they will be speaking to our agenda, which includes the support of our God and the ancestors, Black youth being involved in community service, community development. We speak to the issue of reparations, freeing political prisoners, establishing Black study groups, African-centered learning institutions. So we are seeking to rebuild that which has been destroyed.
Right. Those are noble motives. So far, I don't have any problem with it. You guys get out there. You're seeking to bring people together who are in leadership capacity. Certainly every community in the United States wants and needs leaders. Now, is there going to be any anti-white rhetoric, Quanel? Is that going to be tolerated, anti-Jewish rhetoric? Are we going to see that, hear that?
I don't understand what you mean when you say anti-white. If you mean anti-white supremacy, if you mean anti-oppression, of course we're going to speak against that.
Well, let's say the term white devils. Would that be good to hear out there?
We'll talk about the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, that the white man is the devil. And if you don't believe that, trust me, you white folks will do till the real one gets here.
All right, so white devils, we're going to hear that. All right. How about the Jews, the anti-Semitic remarks that Khalid Muhammad seems to be very fond of making?
Minister Khalid Abdul Muhammad can never be an anti-Semite because that what you call Semitic comes from African people.
All right. Anti-Jewish remarks. Are we going to have anti-Jewish remarks?
Minister Khalid Abdul Muhammad is not anti-Jewish because we as Black people are the original Hebrew Jews.
Let us explain this.
All right.
We will speak to that which uplifts us, that which redeems us, that which resurrects us,
so
that which sets us on the straight path. But we must condemn the exploitation that has gone on yesterday and today.
What if...
So not only is it a million youth march, it's a million.
But you see, what you're going to do
march.
is you're going to alienate the majority in the country by, you know that. You're going to say white devils, you're going to say...
Excuse me, sir.
You're going to alienate.
The Kerner Commission has issued its reports from the United States government and has already pointed out that America is more divided today than yesterday. We did not cause the division. We did not cause the racism. We are now responding to that which you and your people have done to us.
You are responding to it, but you're responding to it in a negative way, in the sense that, in my opinion,
of course. But as Malcolm said, what is good for the sheep might not be good for the wolf. What is your opinion might be somewhat different than mine. Since you are the children of the slave master, I am the child of the slave.
Do you mind, though, offending a blanket people? Do you mind when you say white devils? I mean, anybody goes, I'm not a devil, I'm a nice guy, all right? You know, I don't want him calling me devil. You're offending.
Of course, the devil is wicked, and he's the master of deception. I say in the words of Malcolm X, if you find any good white people, kill them first before they turn bad.
But you don't want to kill anybody, Quanel, do you?
Sir, let me say this. I want to do to your people what you've delighted in doing to us. I want to treat you the way you've treated us. You've killed our men, our women, our children, and our babies.
Are you
so, of course, we want to give you the same hell you've given us.
Are you willing to break the law to do that?
Excuse me?
Are you willing to break the law to do that?
The scripture says the wickedly wise will frame and cover mischief with the law. We don't obey your laws. We respect your laws, but we obey God's law.
Why haven't you killed anybody so far?
What do you mean killed anybody? You're the biggest killer on the planet Earth.
No, but
you and your people.
All right, I know I'm a killer, but I'm not going to kill anybody. Why haven't you killed somebody if you feel that's the right way to go? Why haven't you participated in armed insurrection?
Because we believe peace, if possible, violence when necessary.
Are white people, Mr. Shabazz, going to be welcomed at this march?
This march is for the children of slaves and for the oppressed. It is for those who have been ill-affected by the children of the slave master. So we have to deal with this as a family, and that's what we plan to talk to.
But what if I show up? I mean, you're going to let me stand there and listen, right?
Well, quite obviously, we don't control the laws of the city, but this is not particularly for you. It is for our people who are in need of guidance.
What if I wanted to be more sympathetic or learn more about the other point of view? Wouldn't it be worthwhile for me and other white people to hear that?
Well, you can tune in to C-SPAN and have it all your way.
You don't want me hanging around, do you?
But I do say, if you come, you better bring your seatbelt, because it's going to be a rough ride, guy.
No, in what way, Quanel, is it going to be a rough ride?
Trust me, it's going to be a rough ride, buddy.
In what? In what way?
What you will hear will shake you from the womb to the tomb, from the cradle to the grave.
I doubt it. I mean, I've heard it all and I've seen it all, so I don't think I'd
But not like you're going to see September 5th.
Well, give me an example of what would shake me. Give me an example.
You have to come and see.
Well, he doesn't want me to come and see. He wants me to watch it on C-SPAN.
You're invited to come. We love to have you in the hood.
Well, again,
if I could
what
name,
we will be doing.
it's between you and the beach. I got to figure out.
One lone white man in Harlem? Sure,
Hey,
we'd love to have you
I'm a
in the
lone
hood.
white man in the wilderness here on television news.